You're showing up, you're posting, but the sales, the respect, the positioning, it's still not happening. You've been pouring energy into reels, captions, your content calendar, and it feels like running on the treadmill. A lot of motion, but not much momentum. The effort's there, but the impact just is people see you, but they're not remembering you. They're not seeing you as the one they want to work with. Come from posts. It comes from depth. It comes from creating space where people get to experience you in real time and not just scrolling past. And that's what we're going to be diving into today. How one live event can do more than 1,000 posts could ever do. Here's the trap that so many entrepreneurs fall into. Visibility equals real influence. And it shows up in a couple of different ways. You're getting the views, but you're not getting the inquiries. People like your posts, but they're not connecting with your real expertise. And you're exhausted trying to keep up with the latest trends and the algorithm changes that are changing constantly each week. That's visibility, and it's surface level, and it doesn't create automatic trust. Think about it. Somebody double taps your reel while standing in line for coffee. A second later, that post is gone from their mind and they've moved on to something new. That moment of attention isn't the same as building a reputation that sticks. And here's the cost of relying solely on social media to carry your message. Content burnout. You're always producing and you never feel like you've caught up. Shallow recognition. People know your face, but they don't know your depth. And slower growth. Without a way for people to really connect with you, momentum stalls. When clients share space with you, whether that's a retreat, a mastermind, or a small dinner, they leave with stories, not just impressions. They don't say, I saw her post once. They say, I remember when she led us through that conversation. Or, I left that room with a shift that has stayed with me to this day. That's what moves you from being another voice in the feed to someone that they actually seek out and recommend. Here's the difference I want you to imagine. Your social media feed is like standing in Times Square at night. Screens everywhere, lights flashing from every direction. And no matter how your ad is, it's still competing with 100 others. You're visible, sure, but it's noisy and it's fleeting. Now compare that to stepping into a retreat room. The noise drops away immediately. You're not one of many voices competing for attention. You are the center of the experience, the host, the person who is guiding the feel and the flow of the room. And that shift matters. In a retreat setting, people aren't just consuming your ideas. They're experiencing and feeling your leadership. They're quoting your words at dinner. They're telling each other, that session changed how I think about this situation. They're remembering how they felt in the room you created, not just the slide deck, not just the agenda you curated, but the experience itself. And that's the power of being in the room. You stop just being another face on the screen that you can easily scroll past. You become the person that they carry with them long after the event. And if you're starting to see how big that shift could be for you and your business, I'm diving deeper into that in my free webinar called Own Your Stage on October 2nd. We'll talk about why owning your own stage is such an important piece of building growth in your business and how to step into that role without getting buried in the logistics. If that's something you're interested in joining, find a link down in the description below. Here's the part that a lot of people don't realize. Hosting one retreat doesn't just build connection in the room. It gives you momentum long after everyone has gone home. Think about it. In a single retreat, you walk away with photos and videos of you leading the room in real time, not staged. Authentic proof of your presence and guests engaged, connecting, and having their own breakthrough moments. Testimonials where guests show their own experience in their own words, which do way more for your credibility than any post ever could. Relationships that go deeper than likes and comments. People who share a room with you are more likely to refer, return, and continue working with you. Launch opportunity. Events give you a natural opportunity to announce your next offer, your next retreat, your next program, in a room full of people who have already bought for you, who have bought into you and built in research. You hear what people are struggling with, what lights them up, and what they want more of. Insights that you can use to launch your next product or your next service. I've seen entire events fuel months of growth. Marketing teams recycle stories, pull quotes, and share photos long after the event is over. And retreats create the same effect, just on a small, more intimate level. And the best part, you're not starting from scratch every week. You've got real moments, real stories, and real people carrying your message forward. I'll be sharing a video soon going deeper into how one event can create months of content. But for now, I want you to see this. A retreat is never just about the days on the calendar. It's about the ripples that it creates. So let's bring this home. Posting more isn't the answer. The feed will keep you visible, but it won't make you memorable. When you create a room on your own, whether that's a retreat, a workshop, or a high-touch event, people don't just see your content, they experience you. And that experience is what turns visibility into real influence. And if you're sitting there thinking, okay, but I'm not quite ready to host a full retreat yet. Like, I'm not there yet. It's okay. We're diving into that next. Click the video on your screen right now, and I'll share with you 3 simple ways to start deepening relationships with clients in person without pressure and without a big budget.